So we've covered up to the 121st verse rather from Surah Al-Baqarah. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Allazina atainahumul kitaba yatlunahu haqqa tilawatihi ulaika yu'minuna bihi wa man yakfur bihi fa ulaika humul khasirun. So they to whom we have given the book follow it as it ought to be followed. It is these that believe therein. Right. So when you look at the split word, allazina, allazina means those. Ataina, we gave. So atainahum, I hope you can see the mouse moving. Atainahum is in fact ataina, we gave, hum, them. So atainahum, we gave to them. Right. Allazina, those. Ataina. So atainahum, as you can see it below, is in fact, it has two parts. Ataina, we gave, hum, them. So it means that we gave to them. So allazina atainahum, those to whom we gave them what? Al-kitaba. Al-kitaba, the book. So allazina atainahum, they to whom we have given the book, Al-Kitab. Yatlunahu. Yatluna, they recite. You are familiar with the word tilawat. Tilawat. So yatluna, they recite. Who is he? Right? This is a split word, means he. But what it means, yatlunahu, they recite it. It is referring to Al-Kitab. Yatlunahu, they recite Al-Kitab, the book. And how do they recite the book? Haqqa tilawatihi. Haq means true. Tilawat, recitation. So tilawatihi is referring to its recitation, meaning the recitation of Al-Kitab, of the book. So what Allah the Almighty is saying is they to whom we have given the book follow it as it ought to be followed, right? So they recite it or they follow it, they follow that book as it ought to be recited or to be followed. Okay. So haqqa tilawatihi means in the truest, in the essence in which tilawatihi, its recitation should take place. That is the way yatlunahu, that's the way they recite it. Ulaika yu'minuna bihi. Ulaika, it is these, yu'minuna, they believe, bihi, with it, or in it. Again, referring to Al-Kitab. So it is these who believe in it or therein. وَمَنْ يَكْفُرْ بِهِ. Like وَمَنْ يَكْفُرْ بِهِ فَأُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْخَاسِرُونَ. So waman, wa and man who. Yakfur, he disbelieves. Bihi, like yakfur bihi. So bihi means with it. Again referring to Al-Kitab. So waman yakfur bihi, and whoever disbelieves bihi, in it or with it, fa'ulaika, fa means so, ulaika means these are, whom, they, al-khasirun, the losers, right? So let's have a look at the allazina atainahumul kitaba yatlunahu haqqa tilawatihi ulaika yu'minuna bihi wa man yakfur bihi fa ulaika humul khasirun. So allazina, they to whom, allazina, so they is referring to whom, right? Like here, we have given ataina, the book, al-kitaba, follow it, meaning they follow it, yatlunahu, as it ought to be followed, haqqa tilawatihi. It is these, ulaika, that believe, yu'minuna, therein, bihi, or they believe in it. And whoso waman believes not, yakfur, therein bihi, these are they, faulaika, they whom are the losers, al khasirun. Okay, so going to the next verse now. Ya bani Israel askuru ni'mati allati an'amtu alaykum wa anni fazzaltukum ala alamin. Okay. Ya bani. Ya means oh, bani means sons, right? So ya bani. Ya is almost as if you're calling out to someone, okay? So ya bani, oh sons, sons of whom? Israel, of Israel. So oh sons of Israel, or it's, you could even translate it as or children of Israel. Uskuru. Right? So it says Ya bani Israel lazkuru. So uskuru means you remember. You might be familiar with the word zikr, zikr ilahi, the remembrance of Allah. So uskuru means remember. Ya bani Israel azkuru, O children or sons of Israel, remember. Remember what? Ni'mati. Ni'mati is my favors or my favor. So ni'ma means favor. Ni'mati, my favor. Right? So the ya in the end, as you can see here, is referring to oneself. So ni'mati, my favor. So ya bani Israel, or children or sons of Israel, uskuru ni'mati, remember my favors. Which favors? Allati, which an'amtu. An'amtu means I favored. So ni'ma is favor, and the verb, the past tense is an'amtu, I favored. An'amtu alaykum. Ala is on, kum is you, which becomes alaykum. So Allah is saying here, Ya bani Israel, that O children of Israel, uskuru ni'mati, remember my favor, allati, which an'amtu alaykum, which I bestowed upon you, which I favored you with, right? Wa, and anni faddaltukum ala alamin. Anni means surely I, or that I. Fazzaltu, like as you can see, fazzaltukum is one word, which is actually a combination. So fazzaltu means I exalted. In Urdu, you might be familiar with the word fazilat. So fazzaltu is the past tense, which means I exalted kum, you. Fazzaltukum, I exalted you. Allah means over, on, al-alamin, the worlds. Right? So when you look at the translation here, is Ya bani Israel askuru ni'mati allati an'amtu alaykum wa anni faddaltukum ala alamin. That, O ye children of Israel, Ya, O bani Israel, children of Israel, remember, uskuru, my favors, ni'mati. Remember, ni'ma means favors, ni'mati, my favors, which allati, I bestowed, an'amtu, which is in fact, as you can see, from the same word as ni'ma, which is just the past tense, an'amtu, I favored, I bestowed, alaykum, upon you. And that I exalted, wa anni fazzaltu, I exalted you, which is kum. Wa anni fazzaltukum, and I exalted you, alal alamin, Allah, above, al-alamin, all peoples, right? So you can translate it as all peoples or all worlds. Al-alam means the world. So in either way, in either case, the worlds or all peoples is the same meaning, right? So both translations here will be fine. So let's cover one more verse for today. وَاتَّقُوا يَوْمًا لَا تَجْزِي نَفْسٌ عَنْ نَفْسٍ شَيْئًا وَلَا يُقْبَلُ مِنْهَا عَدْلٌ وَلَا تَنْفَعُهَا شَفَاعَةٌ وَلَا هُمْ يُنْصَرُونَ. Okay. Right. وَاتَّقُوا يَوْمًا. Wa means and, ittaqu. Taqwa means to safeguard oneself. So ittaqu means this is the past tense, you guard yourselves. No, so not part, this is the fail amr. Fail amr means to a commandment. So Allah is saying wattaqu, and guard yourselves, protect yourselves against what? Yawman, against that day. Which day? La tajzi. La means not. Tajzi means serve as a substitute, right? So what will serve as a substitute? Nafsun, a soul, an nafsin, for another soul, shay'a, at all. So what Allah is saying, that wattaqu yawman, and be fearful or guard yourselves against that day, la tajzi nafsun an nafsin shay'a, when one soul will not be able to serve as a substitute. La means not. So one soul or a soul will not be able to serve as a substitute, an nafsin shay'a, for another soul at all. Right? So of course, I mean, what this means is everybody will be accountable for their own actions. So Allah is saying, remember, guard yourselves for that day. La tajzi nafsun. A soul or a soul will not be able to substitute an nafsin for another soul, shay'a, at all. Wala yukbalu. Wa and la not, yukbalu, will be accepted. You might be familiar with the word kabul, which means acceptance, right? So wala yukbalu, and will not be accepted, minha. Min means from, ha means it. Adlun, ransom. So Allah is saying, not only will a soul not be able to serve as a substitute for another soul at all, wala yukbalu minha adlun, nor will any ransom be accepted. Then Allah is saying, wala tanfa'uha shafa'a. Tanwa and la not, tanfa'uha. Tanfa'u means it benefits. Ha means it. It benefits it. Tanfa'u, it benefits. Ha, it. So what benefits it? Shafa'a means intercession. So Allah is saying, not only will a soul substitute for another soul, no ransom will be accepted, and on top of that, la tanfa'u ha shafa'a, that intercession will not benefit it. Right? So no any intercession avail it. Okay. Wala hum yunsarun, and finally wa and la not, whom they yunsarun, they shall be helped. No shall they be helped. So one last time, let's look at the translation here. Wattaqu yawman, and fear the day. What unfair, wattaqu yawman, the day. Right? Remember the split word translation was ittaqu, guard yourselves. But I told you that fear or be fearful of something is also ittaqu. So unfair, yawman, the day, la tajzi nafsun, when no soul shall serve as a substitute. La tajzi nafsun, no soul shall serve as a substitute, an nafsin, for another soul, shay'a, at all. No shall any ransom, no, la, adlun means ransom, be accepted, yukbalo, from it, minha. Right? So I'm showing you exactly the translation, what it's referring to. Wala yukbalu, and will not be accepted, minha, from it, adlun, any ransom. No any intercession, wala tanfa'uha shafa'a, no any intercession avail it. Right? Tanfa'uha, they've translated as avail it, but you can translate it as be beneficial to it, right? So no intercession will benefit it. Walahum yunsarun, nor shall they be helped. Jazakumullah. Inshallah, we will continue from the 125th verse. So if I can request the students in today's class to let the IT team know, I mean, Tahir, if you're on the line, if they can just chat in the or type in the chat box, whichever style of teaching is more beneficial to them, this one or the one I normally do, whereby I teach you on the Word document. So whatever is more beneficial, please do let the IT team know. Jazakumullah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.